You must have most probably heard that investing in stocks that pay you dividend income is an excellent way to make passive income. However, the most important question is, how to live on dividends alone? Let me tell you that dividends are actually the portion of a company's profit that they pay to their shareholders instead of reinvesting in the business. For those people who are worried about their retirement or they want financial freedom, living off dividends for the rest of their lives is the best idea to explore, but you must have plenty of knowledge about how to invest in dividends. Without it, you would lose thousands of dollars in no time. If you choose the right ways, your earnings will grow faster and you will become financially free in just a few years. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can live on dividends alone for the rest of your life, so you will no longer have to worry about your financial situation. Make sure to watch this video until the end so that you completely understand the tricks used by millionaires to earn money through dividend stocks. Did you know that if your fingers are working and capable of performing amazing tricks, then one of them should be smashing the like button, because this act of kindness will support the channel. Thank you for your support. Alright, is it possible to live off dividends alone? Of course, you can live off dividends income alone, but it will take some time, exertion, and persistence. Investing in dividends is like a snowball. You start slow at first. Once the snowball gets bigger, and then you don't have to put in any effort into earning a handsome income every month. First of all, you have to understand the mechanism of the dividend strategy. If you have invested your income in reliable securities, then they will give you a good profit, so you can comfortably leave your 9-to-5 job and earn money without doing anything. 3 ways to live on dividends alone. There are 3 common ways that you can live on your dividends alone without the need to sell any of your shares. Number 1, high-yield dividend stocks. High-yield dividend stocks or ETFs give you a substantial return, which might be exciting for you, but you must have plenty of knowledge before investing in these dividend stocks, as this can also be a riskier option than the other 2, especially for those people who are just starting their investment journey. The major benefit of investing in high-yield dividend stocks is that you can get a good amount of profit even from a little investment. There are plenty of ways to invest in the high-yield dividend area, including purchasing individual firm stocks that pay a high-yield dividend or investing in mutual funds and ETFs that pool a number of these types of corporations, resulting in a profit that is a more than average for most funds. As of early June 2021, a few of the highest dividend-paying equities have yields that are in the double digits. A few companies with a significant stake of over 13% include the USA Compression Partners and ICANN Enterprises, whereas KNOP was nearly at 11% and NHTC are just over 10.5%. Now, even if the prices of shares of these companies remain at that same level, getting double digits is still possible. So if you have invested in these companies and you're earning these significant returns, then you can comfortably make the decision about your retirement. Also, the price of these shares will no longer be your headache. If we take an example of ICANN Enterprises, 14.5% dividend return, you would need an investment of around $345,000 or maybe a bit less than that in order to reach a retirement goal of $50,000 annually. The traditional 4% rule specifies that you need an investment of about 25 times your annual cost in retirement if you want to be financially free. You can also accumulate the total investment that you need to earn your desired income through a formula. Investment is equal to yearly income dividend return into 100%. For instance, if you want to get a dividend return of $40,000 per year at a 3% dividend yield, you would need around $1.3 million. However, there is also a disadvantage of investing in high-yield dividend stock. It is very unusual for a company to keep such a level of dividend disbursement for a very long period. If the company makes an announcement about lowering the dividends, the share price can drop speedily. If you think that this approach still looks interesting, then let me give you a tip. Don't invest in a specific company for a long period. Instead, try to jump in and out of investments frequently. Now, since we're talking about investments, you need to invest in yourself. So smash the subscribe button, because that can help me help you. Number 2, dividend growth investment. If you don't take the risk of option 1, then you can think about investing in companies that have a history of paying and increasing dividends. The dividends you receive by investing in these companies grow over time. There is also a bit of risk in dividend growth investing, but this risk is not high as compared to high-yield dividend stocks. The companies that qualify for a strong dividend growth investment are usually well-settled companies. If you look at the history of these companies, they will have been paying dividends at a consistent rate or even higher over an extended period of time. Dividend growth investments are typically divided into two different arrangements, depending on the size of the corporation, the liquidity of the stock, and the extent of time it has been paying those dividends. A majority of people categorize them as contestants, achievers, champions, or kings. Dividend challengers are those stocks that have the capability to pay the increased amount of dividend for at least 5 consecutive years. Achievers have paid the dividend for a minimum of 10 years, and champions have paid for 20 consecutive years. So the main advantage of investing in these companies is that even if you don't work or you are planning for your retirement, your earnings will grow over time. But there is also a problem that these companies do not offer the same increment level in the value of the share. Number 3, dividend-paying stocks. Dividend-paying stocks are often less volatile as compared to the other two options, as the main reason behind this is that they have less duration or interest rate sensitivity. You can also think about investing in broad-based market index funds like the S&P 500. Major advantage of investing in dividend-paying stocks is that there is more benefit to the appreciation potential, such as S&P 500. By choosing the option, you will see faster and higher growth in your investment than the first option and the second option. The first option, with a potentially high reward, comes in the form of dividend return only. However, the share price of the stocks do not appreciate over time. However, there is also a disadvantage of investing in dividend-paying stocks that you will need more money as compared to the first and second approaches in your nest egg to accomplish your goal of living on dividends solely. Points to focus on while investing. A number of industries are famous for their dividends, such as tobacco and pharmaceuticals, but you need to focus on each potential investment on a case-by-case basis, and the other most important thing is that you have to focus on whether the company has a competitive advantage over other companies or not. The most famous investor, Warren Buffett, advises that look for companies that enjoy an economic moat, by which he means that you should go for a strong brand and competitive advantage in the market. Those companies that fall under this category are most likely not just sustaining their dividends, but also raising them over time. Why is it the best idea to live on a dividend alone? What would be better than doing nothing and still earning? Remember, if you want to become rich or financially free, then you have to look for smart ways to reach your goal. Investing in dividend stocks is the best way to fulfill your dreams of retiring early. Here's the multiple choice question. Do you like dividend investment? Post your answer in the comment section. A. Yes, I like dividend investments. B. I hate dividend investments. C. I'm highly allergic to dividend investments. Love to hear your answer. I want you to remember, one of the biggest fears people face is that their investment will not grow fast enough to keep up with their spending once they retire, and therefore they may not have enough money to cover their expenses. So the idea of living on dividends or interest earned from your investments is incredibly fascinating. You can live your life as you want and spend your time on activities you like the most.